So what we'll do is we'll start our SAP HANA introduction part today. And from tomorrow onwards, we will log into the server and we will we will discuss the actual HANA concepts. So full form for HANA is it's a high-speed analytical engine. So SAP HANA stands for high-speed analytical engine. So HANA is especially some kind of reports, especially when some standard reports when we are working in traditional ECC system, they take forever to execute that particular report, right? But in HANA, they process thousands of records in few milliseconds. So that's why it is called as the high-speed analytical engine. And let us discuss some of the important features of our SAP HANA. So important features. So it is called as the next generation ERP. HANA is called as the next generation ERP. As you know that there has been evolution, right? There has been evolution of SAP. Like for example, first SAP came up with the concept of R2. R2 is it's a R stands for real time and 2 stands for two-tier architecture, and this was in the year 1979. So initially SAP came up with R2 architecture in 1979, and then they have upgraded to R3. This is a 3-tier architecture, and this is in the year 1992. And then they have come up with ERPs, enterprise resource planning, and this is in the year 2004. And then they have come up with the S4 HANA. They have come up with S4 HANA, and this is in the year 2015. So this is the evolution of SAP and S4 HANA, right? So already it has been introduced in the market for the past 7 years. But even though it has been introduced in the market for the past 7 years, the implementations have most of the clients have started migrating to S4 HANA from traditional ECC systems for the past three years, right? So before that, like initially all the clients were like, okay, we are fine with the existing ERP systems. Again, why do we have to move to S4 HANA? So they are quite skeptical, and also, as you know, cost also is involved, right? Again, to migrate to the new system. So they are quite happy with their current business requirements and business, and they are not really that curious to move to S4 HANA. But for the last 3 years, most of the clients have started migrating to S4 HANA, and people who have already migrated, they are also quite happy with the new system, that is the S4 HANA. So now we can say that many existing ERP projects are moving into S4 HANA implementations. So the second point is it's really fast. So it is S4 HANA is really fast. Why? Because it has in-memory DB, in-memory database. So and it has in-memory DB, and it can consume and process high volume of data. It can consume and process high volumes of data. As you know that in any for any client, they'll be having so much of data, especially some financial sectors. They have to maintain all the previous years old data also. So they'll be having so much of data, and it is very, very important for the businesses to process high volume of data, and at a very good speed, right? So and one more important point here we have to remember is, as for HANA, it uses both OLTP. OLTP is full form for OLTP is online transaction processing. It uses both OLTP, online transaction processing, and OLAP. OLAP is online analytical processing. OLAP. So it uses both OLTP and OLAP, online analytical processing. So it uses both OLAP and OLTP. And the third important feature is user experience. So clients who have already migrated to S4 HANA, or clients who are doing new S4 HANA implementations, they are very satisfied and happy. They are very satisfied and happy. So they are giving very good reviews after moving into S4 HANA. They are quite happy. And the fourth important feature is its digital core of enterprise. Digital core of enterprise. Digital core of enterprise. So when we say digital core of enterprise, it means that users can make use of sensors, right? They can connect to SAP cloud solutions like success factors, Azure DevOps, right? DevOps, Azure, all these. So nowadays, as you know, that many new implementation projects, they are using Azure DevOps and all these cloud solutions, right? So users can make use of sensors. They can connect to cloud solutions. They can connect to SAP cloud. They can connect to SAP cloud. They can connect to SAP cloud solutions like success factors, DevOps, Azure, etc. So all of these are the examples of SAP cloud solutions. And with S4 HANA, it is quite possible to connect to all these SAP cloud solutions, right? In our S4 HANA implementation projects, you might have heard of APIs, right? Um, so application programming interfaces. So they have come up with so many standard APIs, and for many solutions like creating sales orders, purchase orders, creating material documents in S4 HANA from S4 HANA. to some third-party systems. All these standard APIs are also they have developed all these standard APIs, and which are really really helpful in the implementations. The next important feature is supports 10 LOB. LOB is line of business. So they support different around 10 LOBs, like line of businesses like finance, HR, procurement, manufacturing, 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 sales, manufacturing, sales, R&D, customer service, asset management, right? Customer service, asset management, marketing and commerce. Marketing and commerce. So all of these are the different line of businesses that S/4HANA can be implemented, supports basically. So the next important feature is it can be implemented in the cloud and also on premise. So that is another important feature. So in the cloud and on premise. So S/4HANA, it can be implemented in the cloud as well as in the premise. So this is another important feature that we have in the S/4HANA, right? It can be implemented both ways. And the next important feature is simplicity. So in S/4HANA, actually, they try to make the data footprint simple, right? So, like for example, in the inventory management, they try to combine 26 different tables into one single table called Mad Dog. So basically, it simplifies the data print. It simplifies the data print. For example, in the inventory management system, 26 different tables. 26 different tables have been combined into one single table called Mad Dog. So all of these are some of the examples of data simplicity, and also they have also come up with some new tables, right? SNW, like that. So they have also come up with they try to combine 2-3 different tables from the existing ECC into one single table. So all of these are the all of these can be considered and under the data print simplicity, right? So suppose, for example, if we have to fetch the data from 10 different tables, for example, how much of coding we will be doing, right? But what if all of that data is available in one single table? So it simplifies the coding part, it simplifies everything, right? So all of these, so simplicity is a very, very important feature that we have in the S/4HANA implementations. So these are the important features we have in our new system, that is our S4 HANA system. So yeah, are we fine till here? Any concerns? Hello.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So so we have discussed the important features. So now we will discuss the important architecture wise features. So we will discuss the important architecture features of our S4 HANA system. So SAP HANA architecture, S4 HANA architecture features. So let us discuss the important architecture features of our new system, that is the S4 HANA system. So some of the
First of all, I have a concern to say.
Mm.
I got an offer from Accenture, so there I will be as an SAP native HANA developer.
Okay.
So there will be any difference between the S4 HANA and the SAP native HANA. So any issue will come.
Mm, no, I don't think so. There will be any issue.
Because it is coming, it is same, right? S4 HANA and SAP native HANA, right?
Yes, 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 yes. It is the same. So when are you joining Accenture?
May.
Okay, in the month of May. Okay. In which location?
Hyderabad or Bangalore maybe.
Okay, okay, okay. So you are
So you are
from
working.
which place?
I'm from Kerala.
Okay, 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 okay.
So you are
Okay.
working in.
Um, I am working in Accenture. I also joined very recently,
Ah. Oh,
one
great.
1 month back.
Okay. Okay, I will join the next month.
Okay, okay, okay.
Your location?
Hyderabad.
Okay, I also got Hyderabad as an appointment letter.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
An offer letter I got Hyderabad.
Oh, okay. I thought Bangalore is closer for you, right?
Yeah, I have given my concern for Bangalore. I have
Mm,
also given that.
mm.
Don't get any other response. I think they will respond at the last month, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Means May is my join date now, so April only I think they will connect with me.
Okay, so did they give you whatever you have asked?
Sorry, the package.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what is the level
The
they gave you?
11,
Sorry?
11, 11, 1, 1.
11. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is a
Okay.
higher or maybe a middle level.
Uh, how many years of experience do you have?
2 years.
Okay, 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 good. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, Accenture is a good company.
Mhm.
No problem.
Because because
Mm,
the in our project now we are only working on the calculation views.
mm,
Only the
mm,
we are not working on any scripted views or any table function. We are not working on only the visualize graphical
mm,
calculation views only we are working on.
mm-hmm.
So that's why I opt for taking this course, because when we get into Accenture, we can say that I can do this because I'm an experienced person. I can say like I'm a fresher or something.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay,
why I'm taking this course also.
okay, okay, okay. Before
Because
which company you are working now?
I'm working on TCS right now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, good. Yeah, actually, Accenture is a nice company to join. Yeah.
Yeah, because in my project now, because
Mm,
I have completed everything in my project, because
mm,
everything we
mm,
can do in a project, I have completed it. I have done my race here.
mm-hmm.
So no new things have to be learned
Mm-hmm.
from here.
Okay,
That's why I'm
okay,
trying to move on.
okay, okay, okay.
Every time same task, every time same issues, same back analysis.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, okay. You will like Accenture for sure.
And
So
one more
mm,
thing
mm,
before continuing,
mm.
your join. How's your joining? Because it's a virtual joining, they said.
Everything is virtual. They will virtual joining, and they will send the laptop virtual. They will send the laptop by post. Everything will be virtual.
Okay, so before that, they have given you anything for joining, like a countdown to Accenture, anything like that?
Um, we can join with our mail ID, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because they have for me, they have given a carry like a career site.
Career
I
site.
don't know. Yeah, like what we say that contains our profile.
When we are
Yeah.
talking. So when let us discuss about our SAP HANA architecture features here. So the first feature is in-memory DB. And when we say in-memory DB, suppose if this is our computer, our CPU, RAM, and disk, all of these are together. They are side by side. They are side by side. So that is the because they are side by side and next to each other, the processing of the information is really really fast. There are no delays. So this is called as the in-memory DB, right? And the second important feature is column oriented DB. So the second important feature is column oriented DB database. So when we say column oriented DB, um, in our traditional ECC system, we have the row storage, right? So what is row storage? Suppose if this is a table, suppose if this is a table, if this is a table, and let us assume that in this table we are having information like uh, student ID, and then student name and student marks. So that is the information we are having in this table. So this is our student ID. So this is our SID. SID is student ID. And this is our S name, student name, S name, student name. And this is our S marks, S marks, student marks. So, so this is the student ID. And then student name. And then student marks. And then this is the second student ID. And then this is the second student name and second student marks. And then this is the third student ID. And then this is the name of the student. And this is the marks of the third student. So traditional ECC, this is row storage. So when we say row storage, suppose if we want to, suppose if we have a query wherein we want to find out the highest marks of the students out of all the students, then this is how it's going to read. So first it will read the first row, then it will read the second row, then it will read the third row. So like that, it will read all the rows one by one, and then only it can come up with the answer, right? Like 30 is the highest marks. So this is called as row storage. In the row storage, this is how the um, you know fetching happens. Whereas in a column storage, If it is a column storage, what it will do is like, it will store each and every um, all the IDs are stored in one file. All the names are stored in another file. All the marks are stored in another file. So this is how the storage takes place in column storage. Right? So this is the SID, student ID, and this is the student name, and this is the student marks. So here it is going to be 11. This is going to be 22, and this is going to be 33. And here name, for name, it's going to store the data like this. So this is the name, and for marks, so when we have a query wherein we have to find out the highest marks of all the available students, what it will do, it will directly go to the marks file, and it will directly read this file, and it will try to figure out what is the highest marks, and it will come up with the answer like 30 is the highest marks. So the storage itself is different. So this is called as column storage. Column storage. In column storage, this is how the storage takes place. So instead of reading all the records, right, it will directly go to the marks record, and it will try to figure out which is the highest marks. So this is the difference between the row storage and the column storage. So our traditional ECC systems have row storage, whereas our S4 HANA, in S4 HANA, automatically by default, they have column storage, right? So this is the main difference between, because of this column storage, the fetching of the data is very, very fast. Retrieval of the data, right? So are we fine till here? Row storage and the column storage?
Yeah.
And the third important feature is parallel processing. This is also a very, very important feature, parallel processing. All right. So this is also a very, very important feature, parallel processing. In parallel processing, it will optimize the code. It will optimize the code. It will assign the code to different cores, executing them individually and combining the results. So this is the concept of parallel processing. So it will optimize the code. Optimizing means it will divide the code into several small parts. It will assign the code to different cores and executing them individually and combining the results. Like for example, there is one program. So this is one program. And these are here we are having our cores. So it will first it will optimize the program. When I say optimize the program, what it will do? It will divide that program into several different tasks or parts, right? And here we are having different cores. So we have C1, C2, right? So like that, we have different cores, C1, C2, C3, like that. So this is our program or code. So this is our program. And here we are having our cores in the CPU. Basically, in the CPU, we have different cores like C1, C2, right? Like C1 and then C2. These are the different cores we have. So what it will do, it will assign for each core, it will assign different parts. Like for example, C1 will take care of these two parts, and then C2 will take care of this part. So they will be executed individually, and and the results will be combined, combining the results, right? So this is the concept of parallel processing. So a big task will be divided into small tasks and assigned, and that small tasks are assigned to individual cores. So the more number of cores, the faster the system will be. For example, there will be different combinations of cores, like you know um, 32, 64, 128. All of these are the different combinations. So many combinations are there, right? So depending on the combinations, the more number of combinations, the faster it's going to be, right? Combinations of cores, they're called as cores. Like for example, they say that NASA, for example, NASA systems, they have around 10,000 cores. They have around 10,000 cores in their CPU. So it is considered as fast, right? 10,000 cores means it's really, really fast. That particular CPU is really, really fast. So depending on the number of cores, the more number of cores, the faster the CPU will be. So this is the concept of parallel processing. So these are the three important features in MemoryDB, column-oriented database, and parallel processing. So these are the important architecture features of our S4 HANA system, right? So any concerns in this part?
Nothing there.
Mhm. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll be logging to our S4 HANA system, and we'll be working in our S4 HANA, right?
Okay. So should I have to download this site or something like that?
You don't have to download anything.